Hello, Zachary. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert at Zucor Marketing in San Antonio, Texas. Thank you for talking with Eric. He sent your website on to me for analysis. And that's what this video that you're watching is. Now, in the course of this video, I'm going to show you essentially how you are losing ground to these folks at Restoration One of Miami. And I'm going to give you some tips that you can put into practice right away, and that will turn the tables, that will have you coming out on top. Because right now, your site is underperforming. Now, first off, however, I have to tell you that your site is actually quite good. It might be a little word heavy in terms of a good web page is often more interactive, but this is great that you have a lot of words and a lot of explanation of what's going on. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is that I have a tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs. It's a tool that I subscribe to, and it shows me the metrics of your site, essentially how it's been performing over the last couple of months. And then the final thing that I do in my analysis is I go and do a regular old Google search for Restoration Miami. Now, I did the same thing for remediation, and I got the same results. And so, we'll just go with this, restoration. Now, the reason that I do this is because Google is responsible for 96% of the traffic on the internet. 96% of all places that people go are initiated on a Google search, more or less. Now, that is a mind-boggling amount of domination over that industry. I mean, if you did 96% of all the remediation and restoration jobs in Miami, people would be knocking on your door. But this is the way it is for Google. Now, and unfortunately, most people don't know how Google works. And if you don't know how something works, then you can't take advantage of it. And here's what I can tell you is that there are ways for you to utilize what Google is offering and to give yourself better internet business. Because right now you are a little, a lot under the gun. Now, I'm going to show you how Google works in the course of explaining this results page for Restoration Miami, Florida. Now, the first area that we find here is this. They call it businesses in Google, but we call it the map pack here in our office, because this is something that folks can get onto as easily as filling out a Google business profile. Now, a Google business profile is like any other profile. It asks you to several questions like what year you started your business, what your hours are on a daily basis. And that is a very simple option, but it's not easy to fill out, if that makes sense. It's not brain science or anything, but it does require some expertise and some experience to fill it out correctly. And hopefully the goal is getting up here in the map pack. And the advantage of that is you're up near the top. Now, this is a great place to be, but it's not the end-all, be-all of places to be on a Google search. That place would be down here in what we call the organic search results. Now, the organic search results are something that is determined, well, actually all of them are determined by the Google algorithm. Now, the Google algorithm was developed by Google in order to give its search customers the most relevant information that it could about places that they want to go. And the first thing that the algorithm wants is it wants you to fill one of these out because it wants you to become part of the Google fold. The next thing it wants is it wants content. And I'm going to show you what I mean. You're actually doing really well in this category. I don't have any doubt about this. I'm going to copy and paste your website into this word counter. You have 2,719 words. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. I'm going to do the same for these folks. Do that. They only have 909. Now, generally, Google wants you to have 1,500 words, and you have exceeded that by a great number. And that is wonderful. It truly is. But here's the thing. All words are not the same at Google. And I'm going to show you what I mean. Here is that tool that I told you about again. And we're talking about keywords at this point. You have 113 keywords, and keywords are part of your industry. They're part of Google searches, and they're part of the communities that you serve. So that's where Google sort of gathers all these words from, these little phrases, if you will. And Google expects you to have them on your website for the whatever industry you're in. Now I'm going to show you what your competitor has. Your competitor has 13,000, and that seems like a very large hill to climb, but I can guarantee you that it's not, in part because a lot of these are going to be about the different communities that they're in, and they, are in a very large part of, I don't know, the whole U.S. or just the Eastern Seaboard. I don't know. But water restoration, water damage experts. See, this little phrase is one that is found in this order on various sites. And that's why these folks have it here. Now, you want to look at the volume here. This one, restoration services, is a big one. A lot of people who are having that issue, that is what they Google. Water damage company, same thing, 10,000. But mold growth signs of water damage in walls, that's another one. And as you can see, there's a lot of variations on those sorts of things. Now you can see they're in Dallas, Texas too, obviously. Pack out services near me. I don't know what that is. So maybe it's part of your industry. I don't know. But there are another 421 pages of these. And if they're good enough for them, well, they are certainly good enough for you. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is backlinks. Backlinks is where your URL appears on somebody else's site. Now, that could be like Yelp, or it could be like yellowpages.com, that sort of thing. What we're looking at mostly, though, is the referring domains, because these can get really, you can have like, 1,000 on one URL, and that's not great. Google sort of counts against you on that one. But here is what your competitor has. Your competitor has 56,000 backlinks and 2,700 domains. Let's look at what those domains are. Now you can see we have Shopify. They have some of their site hosted on Google. That's not anything you can worry about. But PR Newswire, the public relations newswire, which is something they probably were part of a charitable organization or something. But there's a bunch here that you can get on easily, like homeadvisor.com, realtor.com, MapQuest. All of these just take filling out a profile, like the Google Business Profile I told you about earlier, yellowpages.com, expertise.com. So, and what you want is you want to get on sites that have a high domain rating. Now, this is the domain rating. It shows the strength of a domain's backlink profile, meaning these sites here have 95 rating because a lot of sites refer to them. In this case, Shopify has 1,700,000 plus referrals to their site. And obviously Google a lot also. So those are ones that you want to be on. Ideally in the 70 or above category would be great for you. Now there's going to be some local ones that you're going to want, like the Chamber of Commerce or the Better Business Bureau. Those ones are not going to have as high of a rating, but they are important for your area and for your business. So this is what it all comes down to. You had traffic last month of 13. That means less than one a day. That's down 9 from the month before. And your competitor had 20,300 visitors last month, and that's up 4,000 from the month before. Now, this is what you're up against. It's difficult enough to compete against national companies, but doing so online can be a little bit easier because there are ways to deal with this. Now, I am just going to do something really quick here. I'm going to look for, I'm going to look for 911 restoration in a Google search here. And I just want you to think about your own Google behavior. Like when you go and you Google something, how far down do you scroll before do you say to yourself, you know what? I think I have scrolled far enough. Something has caught my eye. I'm just going to stop and I can deal with whatever is here on up or, within a few up or down. And that is how most people search anyway. I don't find you yet. And we're pretty far down. We're almost at the bottom of page 3. Now we're on page 4. Let me just do this. I'm going to see if I can find 911. Oh, there we go. 1. Miami Fire Restoration. No, that's not you. No, that's not your. Oh, wait a minute. 911 Restoration is a premier restoration company. Well, that's not your symbol, though. Is this you? This is really interesting for me. I'm not used to this. Do you have a second page? Wow. Okay. Well, that's interesting too. This is sort of like a different home page. So, interesting. You are in the results at least, but this isn't. This part of it, your site is not. So, anyway, this is what it all comes down to. I am going to just do a quick recap. 1, you want to get the map pack. You want to fill in a Google Business Profile. 2, you want more and better keywords. And 3, more and better backlinks. Now, you can certainly do those yourself. You can put them into practice this afternoon if you so want. But that's something that we can also help you with. And we have a lot of experience and expertise in this area. Now, Zachary, Eric is going to be calling you back to get your feedback on this video. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for watching.